What's up, everybody? In today's issue of We Told You So, Microsoft has massive layoffs. Roughly about like 9,000 people or so, give or take, is what we know right now. Surprise, surprise, the COVID era of corporate overbloat looks like it's on its last breaths. So, of course, Phil Spencer put out generic statement laying people off, yada yada. Some of the studios we got involved are Raven Software. They've been kind of like a support team for Call of Duty for a while. Not really surprising. They used to be a good team, but they've kind of just been relegated to support at this point in time. And with rumors, they're kind of wanting to back off of stuff like Warzone and some of the Call of Duties and all that kind of stuff. It's not really surprising there. Probably too many people that are on Call of Duty at this point. Turn 10 Studios, the Forza Motorsport team, if I had to guess, they're probably going to support Horizon and probably the F1 games as well, would be my guess. And I mean, every game they kind of turn out, it's kind of just been the same. I like Forza, especially the Horizon games. I play with my kids and all, but they've kind of just been the same games, different maps here and there. We get into this game Everwild. There's going to be a trend with a lot of this stuff is these games have been in development for like 6+ years and we haven't seen anything out of these teams from them. It's not really surprising. Everwild been in development for 10 years and we haven't seen anything of this. So not surprising there. Some new MMO from ZeniMax Online. They're the team that works on Elder Scrolls Online right now. Not really surprising either. Perfect Dark is another one where it's just like, it's not surprising. I mean, what is this? Who's this dude? The little like thin slice that they showed us, was it even like really an actual like part of their actual game? A lot of the stuff that's been coming out lately kind of seems like it's the school project that you've had a month to do and it's the night of and you crank something out real quick, is the trend with a lot of these studios as well, which after 6, 10+ years, millions of dollars invested, it's not surprising. High Moon, once again, Call of Duty people, I think they're thinning down their team for Call of Duty. Sledgehammer Games, same thing. And Blizzard, Warcraft Rumble, not surprising at all. I mean, especially when you get into, the Perfect Dark team. Not really surprising after seeing stuff like this. I mean, what do you expect? And, bangers like this as well. I think Xbox has finally seen that, you had a team of, 30 some people, 30 at most maybe, that made absolute bangers, like Expedition 33. And they have these massive, massive teams that can't turn out anything after 6+ years and millions of dollars invested. You get a team of 30 that cranks out something awesome like this. And it just kind of points to the issue that guys like this man here, former Fallout dev, pointed out a while ago that, stuff that used to take 2 days takes 2 weeks, maybe a month or so now. And this just complete level of corporate overbloat with Activision and everything that's in these companies now, I think Microsoft finally woke up and is like, it's time to slim down these teams. Time to, streamline some stuff, get closer to what a lot of these indie development teams are doing these days. I mean, there's just a ton of indie games out right now that are better than anything any of these AAA companies are turning out. And I've been beating the drum for a long, long time now, saying that the match of the corporate overbloat with the COVID hirings and the COVID approvals and everything, it's all coming to a head now. And these companies are across the board. We've seen it with Sony. This is only the beginning, if I had to guess, from Microsoft slimming down their teams and trying to hold people accountable. Honestly, I think there's a lot of middle management and all. We still have to see who all is getting fired out of this, but that's my guess. It's a lot of middle management cutting out the fat like they need to finally be able to turn out something good. But it's just time for these companies to get back to making actual good stuff. You don't need 10 people to approve, the color of a character's hat or something like that. That's what happens when you get all these games. You get Concord, you get Dragon Age Veilguard, Dustborn. The list just goes on and on and on of all these games that, like, especially stuff like Dragon Age, it was already established and it isn't a new IP. I mean, look what they did to that game. It's just absolutely terrible. And that falls right into that, a school project you had for a month and you did, the night of. That game just screams of it. South of Midnight, another game. It looked cool initially, but once you actually saw what the actual gameplay loop was, and it literally looked like they copied and pasted stuff from Dragon Age Veilguard as their enemies, and you're just fighting the same thing over and over and over again. These people scream like, "Oh, you're racist, you're sexist, yada yada yada." But no, it's your game's bad. Nobody cares what the characters are. As long as you make an actually good game, nobody cares. Just make something good. It's not our fault that you guys have to go through 30 different people to approve certain things for your game and everything. It's a problem with these companies right now. And that's why the best stuff that's coming out is from indie devs right now. And like I said, I think it's a wake up call to all these big companies. Xbox is doing it now too. We'll see. Hopefully it works out for them. I always want more and better games to come out. But we'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, I think, like I said, this is just the start of things, if you ask me. I think there's going to be some more firings down the line coming. And, I'm actually kind of excited. Maybe some actually good stuff will be coming out of Microsoft now. And, I think it's just long overdue for these cuts to happen. It sucks people are losing their jobs, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, no one's entitled to these jobs. There's this weird, like, we're artists, we're entitled to these jobs in the game development industry. They have this weird, like, disillusion of, they're owed these jobs and stuff. It's no. If you turn out crap year after year, or even worse, you're not even turning anything out after all these years, you're not going to stay in these jobs, just like any other industry. You can't just keep doing this and losing money, not turning out any products. And I think these big companies like this, they've just had enough of it. And we'll have to see where this goes, see if they get more cuts, see what all happens. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I will catch you all later. Y'all have a good one.